A century-old rivalry, the rivalry between South Africa and New Zealand dates back to 1921, when the Springboks toured New Zealand for the first time. In the early years of rugby, tours were monumental undertakings. Teams traveled by sea for weeks, and the games themselves were brutal tests of endurance. For both nations, rugby was more than a sport. It was a vehicle for expressing identity and pride. New Zealand saw itself as a young nation asserting itself on the global stage, while South Africa viewed rugby as a unifying force for its white population under a segregated system. By the 1930s, the rivalry had intensified, with both sides dominating at home and struggling away. Each victory was celebrated as a national triumph, and each defeat examined with forensic intensity. From these early encounters, the foundation of one of sport's most enduring rivalries was laid. 2. The head-to-head record for more than a century, the All Blacks and Springboks have forged one of rugby's greatest rivalries, clashing over 105 times in fierce contests that have defined the sport. As of now, New Zealand leads the series with around 63 wins, while South Africa has about 41 victories, along with 4 draws. Despite this gap, the rivalry has been remarkably competitive, particularly in its early decades. By the year 2000, for instance, the record stood at 27-26 in favor of New Zealand, underscoring how evenly matched the two sides once were. Venue has always played a decisive role. In South Africa, the Springboks have historically leveraged altitude, home conditions, and passionate support to dominate. In New Zealand, the All Blacks are famously difficult to beat, with an intimidating home record. On neutral grounds, such as Rugby World Cups or fixtures at Twickenham, the contests are typically balanced, though South Africa holds the edge in Rugby World Cup meetings for wins to 3, including the 1995 final and the 2023 semi-final. Yet statistics tell only part of the story. Behind every number lies a century of epic battles, dramatic last-minute victories, and crushing defeats that continue to fuel this iconic rivalry, one that remains as compelling and fiercely contested as ever. 3. Apartheid protests and politics. Perhaps no sporting rivalry has been as deeply intertwined with politics as that between South Africa and New Zealand.